Hey folks, today I wanted to do a slightly different video. For one, I wanted to test out NVIDIA Broadcast. It's automatically adding this background blur, which looks pretty sweet. And two, I wanted to play Call of Duty. Now, weirdly, you're probably like, Call of Duty? You're a Gears channel. Well, I've always played Call of Duty. In fact, one of the main reasons I'm actually probably talking to you today, basically, is because of one, StarCraft, and two, COD 4 Pro Mod. COD 4 Pro Mod was the game where I used to watch and I used to say, I want to get a gaming PC. And I got my GTX 460 and I played COD 4 Pro Mod for a long time. And I really enjoyed it. I then went to all sorts of varieties of games, right? And I've never played COD since probably Black Ops 2. I rented it from Blockbusters. There's a video on my channel probably if you go back far enough, and it says rent, buy, sell, is it worth it? And I played Black Ops 2 and I thought, oh, this is okay. Now, when I used to play Call of Duty and I used to play Gears, for me, Gears was like, this is the ultimate skill game. It's way more difficult to aim. Everything about it is more difficult to aim. And on top of that, you've also got the strategy element of controlling a map and controlling power weapons. You don't just spawn with your gun. And you've also got the entire movement system. Very difficult game to play. I think you'll all agree. But COD was seen as like the joke game to me. Like, this is the game that, you know, you just load in, deathmatch it up with your friends. You know, who cares? Put a claymore down, shoot some stuff. No guns have any recoil. Everybody can kill everybody. You sprint around with Commando Pro and you just arse around basically. And I didn't take it seriously. I hadn't taken it seriously since Pro Mod. So I haven't played COD or followed anything about COD since then. Legit, I don't look up news, I don't follow it at all. You see people moaning here and there. I've only just started playing Warzone, and I've got Black Ops Cold War free with my graphics card, and I was like, okay, it's time to give it a shot. So I downloaded Cold War and Warzone, and I've played them now for about a week. Cold War was I've played about 2 days now, and it's like surprised me a lot how much the game's changed. And I wanted to let you know, because a lot of people might be like me, where you see Call of Duty and you think, well, it's just COD, isn't it? You know, it's the same game since Call of Duty 4. You shoot some stuff, you unlock some attachments, you get killed by a camper, you know, and you know, that's it. And yes, that is still COD. COD is always going to be COD. It's like FIFA. That is the formula of the game. It's why it's popular. It's why it's enjoyable for some. But I was very surprised at everything else. I'm going to jump in game and show you. So a lot of you might be like me and you're like, okay, had no real interest in COD, never going to play it. And I'm not saying this is going to become my main game, because it's really not. And I'm not saying it's going to become your main game, because it's probably not if you're not a COD fan. But it is way different to like COD, Modern Warfare 2, and other CODs in my opinion, if you haven't played since those days. Now, if you've kept up to date with Call of Duty, this is probably old news. But to somebody like me that really hasn't followed it, there's a lot of stuff going on in this game, and it surprised me. So obviously, you've got the game modes. There's new game modes here. So there's new game modes coming in. There always has been in each game. But what's interesting about this is, for one, you have a theatre mode, right? So you have a theatre mode which allows you to watch all your stuff back, which is fantastic. You can play versus bots if you want to practice. This wasn't a thing in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 for me. So if you want to go in, practice with your gun, and do that and learn the maps, you can do that. You also have like a comedy mode, which is prop hunt, which sounds daft. It sounds like you hide as like a piece of, you know, like a traffic cone or a bicycle, and you have to try hide. And it sounds dumb. In my head, I was like, well, it's just going to be obvious where you are. It's actually a good laugh. Now, probably if you played it 100 times, it would get boring. But there's a little game mode there to break it up and have a laugh with friends. You've also got these type of game modes, which are like map specific, and you've obviously then got like the Fiesta one, which is kind of like, imagine Shipment 24/7. So if you just wanted to come on and just get into some crazy action, you can do that, and there's lots of variety there. I'm not sure what Fireteam Dirty Bomb is. I've not tried that. But what surprised me was the fluidity of matchmaking. So, as a Gears player, playing this game, I feel like I'm stuck in the 90s playing Gears. So when you come into COD now, this could be a new thing, this could be an old thing, I don't know. There are all the game modes here. And what you do is you tick the ones you are willing to play, and then you search. This obviously has such a good effect because, let's say Control is a less played game mode, but you're willing to play it if you find a game. You can tick Control, but also tick Hardpoint and go, you know what, if somebody else is trying to play Control, it'll throw me in there because it's maybe less popular. But if people are playing Hardpoint, I'll also play that. And actually, I don't mind the odd game of Search and Destroy to switch it up. You know, I don't want to... It's kind of like you create your own rumble pit, which is like very, very good. Like in Gears, if I could search Guardian Ranked, Execution, and King of the Hill, and it would just throw me in a random one, I would do. But sometimes you don't want to queue that lesser played game mode because, you know, you're like, well, no one's going to play it, are they? So nobody ends up playing it. But this, you can then just hit Find Match, and it will go ahead and it will search you for those things with the 3 modes I've selected. And also, there's a much bigger variety of game modes than I used to play. Basically, they used to just be TDM, Search and Destroy, Ground War. There's a much more variety here, and you've also, if you're interested, got sort of bigger maps. So maybe you're a bit bored of the super up close, you know, Fiesta COD games, and you do want to use a vehicle, and you do want to sit back a little bit. There are some bigger maps available in, say, like, you know, Domination, Assault, Hardpoint. So that was it. And obviously then you've got Hardcore, which is a much smaller playlist because it's not as popular. So they haven't got all of these modes. And then the Hardcore variant, they've selected a few. And that's exactly what I'm saying Gears should do, is limit your game modes. Think about how many... This is crossplay between, what, PC, Xbox, you've got PlayStation 4, you've got PS5, all that stuff coming soon, Xbox Series S, X, all that. And they're limiting their game modes. So this is a fantastic thing, and it's, you know, if you want to hop on with your friends and say, I'm not sure what we want to play, let's just pick Search and Destroy, let's just pick Control and see what happens. So that's really good. The matchmaking impressed me. Now, obviously, it's Call of Duty. You can create your classes, as we've all seen. Now, what's interesting about this is there are some classes, because the perks you get aren't so much about, like, stopping power, sleight of hand, those ones that were all about damage. Previously, if you use like an overkill, which allows you to carry 2 weapons, you wouldn't really kill people because your guns would be weak. In this, you can rock a sniper, snipe away, and then swap to a machine gun as your secondary, which sounds overpowered, but the way it works is you die really quickly in COD anyway. It's not oppressive. I thought it would have been oppressive because it's not like your one-man army noob tubing. So I'm not going to sit here and say the balance is amazing because I've not played it enough to comment, but it doesn't seem oppressive. And obviously, you can then customize your gun to high heaven. The more you use your gun, the more perks and the more things you get. So you can put a suppressor on it, and you have 5 choices. So you have 5 choices, so you can't just put everything on. So if I wanted to say, okay, I want my secondary to be, let's have a look. You know, I want it to be a suppressor. These all have pros and cons as well, so they're not just a straight buff to the gun. So if I put a suppressor on, I have less damage range. You know, if I put an underbarrel on that gives me more recoil control, I'm actually going to move and aim slower. So there's a very decent little balancing section going on. You can obviously unlock camos and change everything like you can in COD. You can also earn camos for multiplayer through playing zombies. And you also have these type of sort of customization options, which are like your reticules and stuff like this that you want to change and you want to select. And you also have like little accessories for your gun. I'd love if you could get these little charms. If I could have a little locust head or a General Ram finger point in for my Gears gun, I'd buy those. You can put some stickers on your gun, and they're not like, you know, they're not crazy things. These are probably, you know, as old as, you know, time is for COD, you know. it's probably not a crazy thing. But I'm not sure actually how you remove that sticker. I wonder how you do that. Oh, R for remove. So yeah, there's obviously a huge host of perks, variety, and it seems pretty decent, I'm not going to lie. The snipers, they're no longer absolute Super Saiyans, like people still quickscope, but yeah, it's a bit different. And there's just a big variety. You also have these sort of blueprints, which are like, I think you can purchase them, get them from battle passes. Maybe you can unlock them in some way, I'm not too sure. But basically, like this one, I didn't have an AK. I'd only just got a low level AK, but because I had a blueprint, and I look at it, I have this blueprint. It comes with some attachments. It comes with some attachments that mean you're not just using a default gun, so you're not just struggling. So that was pretty good. There's a whole host of customization that's going on. Feels like it just feels correct. You've now also got these characters which you play as, and these are like the skin you play as, and each skin you can unlock through doing challenges. And then you can also, I think, unlock further skins based off that base model for doing challenges, so there's also something to play for, you know, if you do like to go down that route. Now you've got your battle pass, which your battle pass is like any other battle pass, but it's fairly decent, to be honest. So it cost me £8 for this battle pass. It cost me £8, and you basically earn almost enough COD points to buy the next one for free if you complete it. So there's definitely that. You also get an XP boost. You get some stuff like double XP on your gun if you want to rank your guns up faster. And we're not even mentioning, by the way, so you get all of this stuff, you know, that you unlock for £8, which is, you know, the less than like a takeaway. And I haven't bought anything in Gears because the actual rewards haven't interested me that much, but the rewards for COD seem a lot better. So that's why I decided to purchase it. There is, you know, cool little charms like a kind of a naval compass type of thing. There's nice little things that you can just customize and make your gun feel like your own gun. Little watches and stuff. And they're, you know, it's not crazy, but there's enough there where you're like, I could unlock this legendary skin for this operator, and then you're going to look like this in game. So it's pretty good. And also remember, everything that you unlock, like if I level up my MP5 here, when I go and play Warzone, I can bring this gun into Warzone, so when I get my loadout, I can have my gun. So if I want to come on and just arse around and play some Nuketown 24/7 and just practice my shooting and, you know, warm up for half an hour or just have some fun, I'm still earning something in Warzone. So it's very clever how that's done. The linking is very clever. You've obviously got your challenges, which are going to give you sort of camos and unlocks, and it's got a good stat tracking thing. So for me, you know, I've played 38 games, I've won 22, I've got 1.3 KDA, I've got a higher streak of 10. You know, I'm brand new to COD. I haven't played in a long time. The main guns I've been using are the sniper, the MP5, and the 16. That's kind of what I used to use back in the day. And obviously you've got your store, and these are like, you can go ahead and purchase like a sick looking character. So when you see somebody coming around the corner, you also get blueprints with them. So if you haven't, say, if you don't want to unlock every single thing for this gun, but you don't want it to suck, you can also get the blueprint for it. So, you know, there's everything sort of going on there, and forget all that. So like, you can tell that this is, for me, this is like the Call of Duty experience, but perfected. Now, some might say this is not a good COD game. I don't know, forget that, but I'm talking about the actual theme of the game. There's a lot to unlock, there's a lot to grind for. There's camos, there's characters, there's customization of vehicles, skins, there's all this stuff going on. And on top, you've got the good matchmaking with crossplay, and it links into Warzone, which is a free game. So, you know, that's doubly good. And then let's talk about gameplay. So if we hop into just a hardpoint game, the gameplay itself is surprising. So when I played Call of Duty, the game was like the joke game. Like every gun had no recoil. Every gun was like a 2-tap kill. You know, your attachments were, they were just basically like stopping power you just to do more damage, and the game was all about kill streaks. So that was COD to me. So COD was, you don't play the objective. I know people will moan and say you don't need to play the objective in this game, but to me, back in the day, Call of Duty was, you camp a random area of the map, you get a kill streak, and then you use your kill streak to get another kill streak. That's kind of how it was for me, right?
Take the objectives.
So I'll turn the game sound down so you can hear me, so it's not too loud for you. So what was surprising for me was the actual gunplay. So for me, COD, yeah, was like this easy game mode, whereas now, the guns have a decent amount of recoil. It's actually pretty damn hard to hit people, and the skill-based matchmaking. Now I know people hate skill-based matchmaking, but effectively, if I get really good at COD, I'm gonna get in sweaty lobbies, which I think is fine. If I want to get in sweaty lobbies, you know, that is because I'm a decent player, and that means as well that if I'm a slight casual and I'm not doing so great, I'm not gonna relentlessly get stomped. But the good thing about this is you earn your score streaks. So there are score streaks this time. So you earn your score streaks through death. So it doesn't matter if you die, and the score streaks are harder to earn. Interestingly, they're not dominant, which is weird. Stun that guy, try to slide out. Oh, he naded me. To me, it was like you get a chopper gunner, you get Harriers, you get this, and you're done. In this, the score streaks are like UAV, you can get some body plates. You can get a chopper gunner, but they don't sort of count towards anything. Like, you can't get a final kill cam with them. And, sorry, I can't really play and talk, but they're not like, it's not a game where you find yourself just getting railed by kill streak after kill streak after kill streak. It's really not like that. It's more like you sort of just play the game with guns, and occasionally you get a score streak that might get you a couple kills, but it's no longer an absolute kill streak fest. So because it's not as important to get the kill streaks, people do camp a little bit less. Now, yes, it is COD, and, you know, kill streaks are a thing, campers are a thing, but when you play an objective game mode like this, which is effectively King of the Hill, so you capture this, you can contest it, you can rotate next. People can argue that, you know, it's you don't get enough points for capturing or playing the objective or whatever, but if you want to win, you have to capture the objective. And if, quote, nobody plays the objective and you do, well, you're going to win, aren't you? So I've found myself enjoying this a lot. It could be just because I haven't played Call of Duty in a while, and after a few weeks, I'll just get very tired and bored of it. But the game is, you know, it's refreshing to me. It's, again, it feels like this is the Call of Duty formula perfected, and I can definitely see now why it's popular. Your Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Ghosts, and all of that stuff. I thought to myself, how is Call of Duty still going? It's just, you know, same old, isn't it? How is it still going? But when I play a game like this, it's very different now. I know you're probably just watching me spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die, throw a grenade, spawn, die. You're probably thinking, bro, it's just COD. And yeah, it is just COD. It's, if you absolutely cannot stand the formula, you're probably not going to enjoy it. But it has changed. It's a very slight change. It's gone from pure kill streaks to slightly, I would say, a pretty damn skilled gunplay. There's good movement. You definitely feel like you have some outplay in fights. And remember, I haven't played this game for many, many years, so I'm not the best potential judge. But I'm just giving you my perspective as like a Gears player that hasn't played this game in ages. I'm enjoying it. I really am enjoying it, and I think it surprised me. So when you play well on COD, you actually do have to play well. Like, it's not just the game just it doesn't hand you free kills like it used to. You do kind of have to work for your kills. So, very impressed with it, and I can definitely tell that, you know, it's the Call of Duty formula perfected, I would say. Very, very enjoyable game. Which is just something I wouldn't think. Just wouldn't think about. So, I've been enjoying it. I'm not going to say ignore that game, that's just some background footage, but it's been a very enjoyable game. You can see this guy's grinded for its camos. You've got the, you know, it's the classic end round play of the game. You've got play of the game, but generally, very, very enjoyable game. I can see why it's remained as popular as it has, and even got more popular, because it just works. Like, you come on, you pick your game mode, you can rank up and play your stuff, and if you just want to dick about and just camp for a few minutes and just pop shot some people, try get some sniper shots in the distance, take some pot shots, you can do that. If you want to absolutely get into sweaty lobbies and play the objective, you can do that. And then if you just want to play some Nuketown, rank up your guns and go take your ranked up gun and take it into Warzone and play in the free-to-play game mode with your friends, you can do that too. And also it's got a campaign and it's got zombies. So, you know, I'm very impressed with the game, to be honest. Very impressed with it. Again, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm playing COD full time, this is the best game in the world. It's still COD. You're still going to get sweaty people, you're still going to get noobs, you're still going to get bad maps and bad spawns. But I've really enjoyed it. So I don't think I'll make any COD videos because I'm not very good at the game, and I don't really know what type of content I could make for COD, you know. Gameplays, I'm not going to get the best gameplays. I'm not going to get clips or anything like that. But maybe I could just do a series where I chat about what I've been learning as I've been playing COD and picking up some tips. You know, maybe I could do that. Like, oh, this week I was focused on this, and this is what I learned, and this is how it went. Something like that. But it's no longer the running joke it was. I feel like COD has got this, and I'm part of it as well, that you give it this reputation of absolute no skill, completely trash game. And yeah, I think that's been dispelled. Like, there's a good amount of recoil, shots are hard to hit. The netcode, you know, it's better than Gears, put it this way. Like, yes, there might be an occasion where you might snipe somebody as they're sliding around a wall. You maybe might clip them, but it's close. It's not this... You know, you can see there, that took a fair amount of bullets to kill him because I'm using an SMG at range with a silencer. If that was a UMP in COD, you'd have died in like 2 bullets. So, I know the MP5 apparently is overpowered or whatever, but there's a decent type of balancing going on, in my opinion. So, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed my experience. I'm looking forward to playing a bit more. I just feel like when I play Gears, I honestly do feel like I'm stuck playing a very, very dated game. It's like... That was nice. Yeah, the matchmaking just doesn't work as well as I think it should do. I'm holding a nice little area around this corner on this hill, aren't I? So you can see there I've got like 3 kills, but I'm not even close to getting my score streak. So it's not just like 3 kills UAV. You get points. So yeah, it's... I'm holding this area kind of nice. I got pushed, but yeah. Leave a comment and a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of COD. Maybe you haven't played in a while. Does this make you interested to give it a go? Do you still think, oh, it's just COD? Or have you actually been playing COD now for a while and you're like, hello, welcome to the modern world, this is what games are actually like? Almost tomahawk that guy, but yep, there it is. Just thought I'd do a different kind of video because why not? This channel's all about, you know, it's about helping you and me, I don't know, talk about games, have fun. I don't know what the channel is, but if I have an experience that I think's good I'll share it with you because, you know, that's what people are looking for, aren't they? They want something fun. They want to, you know, it doesn't matter if it's COD or if it's Pokemon, right? If it's good fun, I'm going to tell you about it. It's not about selling out or something like that. I'm very honest in my opinion. If I loaded up this game and thought, "Oh my god, it's still COD," I would tell you. But it could be that I've taken a massive break and I've got a lot older since I recently played, you know, so maybe I'm more chill and I'm not irritated by campers and all that stuff. That could be it. But I actually feel like, yeah, it's vastly improved. I really do. So here one of my score streaks are armor. So it's just going to give me, like, I can take maybe 1 or 2 more bullets. So it's not like you're getting some overpowered score streak. You know, there, I've just lived on 1 HP, so my plates probably helped me. And now, because I haven't died in a while and I've been building up my score streaks, I've got my napalm, and that's like my top streak that I've equipped, because I just like to have regular streaks, so I like to have UAV, I like to have plates, so maybe I can play a bit more aggressive, and then I've got my napalm. I've got Buzz there, Anna. Nice. Ah, unlucky. And then, yeah, you've got your score streaks, which are like this, so you have, if I can actually use it. It's a bit difficult to use this one with them. So you go like this. You can put it maybe on the point. See how that does. And then we'll probably wrap up the video. Oh, look at that, man. Beautiful triple. Beautiful triple. And then you're back. You're back to where you began. You've got to build up your score streak again. But it's... yeah, it just doesn't feel quite as oppressive. Like, if you have a chopper gunner, that shit gets shot down instantly. There's, like, anti-missiles, like, surface-to-air missiles. There's a whole lot going on. And, it doesn't quite feel as mega oppressive as it used to. Don't get me wrong, guys. You're still going to have some games where you're playing against good people that are just, you know, absolutely ripping you to shreds. I've had those games. But I think... I've played Gears, so maybe that's where one area of Gears is a bit more ahead. Gears are sweaty games. There's a ranking system. Like, this doesn't have a ranking system, right? So, maybe they're not used to sweaty games. But if I start to play good at COD, and I level up in, you know, skill, and I have to start playing sweatier people, well, that's just the way it is, isn't it? It would be nice maybe in the top right-hand corner if it showed your MMR, then people could maybe look and go, okay, he's getting destroyed because he's playing against good players. But then, like, that type of stuff, when you start showing your MMR and you start doing that, the game changes. So I understand the way it is. But I've been enjoying it. It's currently double XP weekend as well, and it's free, so if you're interested in hopping on and trying some, maybe you could give it a whirl. This video is probably going up on Saturday night or maybe Sunday morning, so I know it's a little bit late. But maybe it could get you into Warzone, because Warzone as well seems to be kind of like this, but it's not. So I thought Warzone was going to be very, very annoying, because it would be like super adrenaline, G-fueled up kids drop shot at you, and you can't react because, you know, I'm a boomer with no reactions. But because you have plates, I'm not going to give you the exact value, but I'll just make it up. Plates might give you, like, an extra 60% HP or something, right? So all of a sudden, you get shot, you actually have a bit of time to react. Like, this game, yeah, it's very fast-paced. You don't really have plates. But, you know, it's a fun experience, and it was an interesting thing that happened, because I've obviously not liked COD for the longest time. I've always thought it was a joke, but playing it now, like, if you were to, you know, say to somebody, what's more skilled, Gears 5 or this, once you've got the movement down of Gears 5, it's weird, right? Gears 5 is still very skilled. Like, I will die to a noob on COD, but I could kill a new player on Gears every single day of the week. But it's kind of an unfair test, because I have played so much Gears that it would be like if I played 15 years of COD at a high level and then played a brand new player at COD. You'd probably just destroy him just the same. So, you know, Gears definitely does have that unique movement that we all know and love, but it just is feeling a bit dated when it comes to matchmaking and the online service. And I think that's obviously what they've tried to do with Gears 5. They've tried to do an online service, but you know, the service itself isn't that good, is it? There's no charms to buy. The skins are kind of average. Some skins are locked behind supporting esports. Some skins are just generally very weird, not very interesting looking. So, now this here is like one of the first times a kill streak is absolutely raining down, but that's because it's a very high-end score streak, and we're playing an objective, so he's obviously bombing the objective. But you can take that down relatively easily. So I thought I would just post this video for a quick 30-minute chat, because it's surprising. It's still COD, but it just feels a bit different, like. So it's nice. It's a nice change of pace, and I think it's always good to try a game that, you know, to give a game a second chance, you know. Take it from me that plays Gears 5, that game has had enough chances, hasn't it? You know, I'm enjoying it. That's all I can say. Is it the best game I've ever played? No. Is it still COD? Yes. But I can see myself keeping this game installed and going, you know what, I fancy playing a night of COD, or I fancy playing COD for a few hours, one nights. Whereas before, I would never ever imagine myself playing COD. I just couldn't. I'd be like, why would I want to play COD, bro? But it's not going too bad this match, actually. I've actually stepped it up a little bit, picking up a few kills. That's kind of as well, you're going to see now. Like, that was a pretty fast sniper shot, but that was probably like the fastest you can go. You can't really just spam quick scopes. Like, I have seen kill feeds with them where people are getting sniper shots, but it doesn't seem quite as ridiculously oppressive as they maybe once were. I personally wouldn't play Search and Destroy. So I used to only play Search because I obviously came from Gears. So Search was like the most natural game mode to play. But I do feel after playing King of the Hill, I do like to be in the action frequently. So I do find Search and Destroy a bit boring, honestly. And also, you know, you need to know the maps. You need to know the maps a little bit to play Search, and I'm brand new, so I wouldn't enjoy it. But I do find these rotating game modes, like these go to the hill, rotate, pretty fun. Because, damn it. It keeps people moving, which obviously helps the flow of camping, but you also sort of know where people are going to be. So I never look at my radar because I've played Gears for so long. I don't even think of a game having a radar, as bad as that is. So at least I know when I go to the point, there's going to be dudes around it. You know, get ready, you're near the point, there's going to be some guys. That's how I work it. Damn it. Can't get one of these tomahawks. So yeah, that is it. That is Call of Duty. Kind of wrap up / initial thoughts. Interesting little game. Can definitely see the way how popular it's grown and how it's stayed popular. Interesting game. Alright, thanks for tuning in, as always. Probably on screen right now, you're seeing a couple of videos. If you want to tune in, there's a couple of videos of some... Oh, that was bad. I wonder how he saw me. Oh, he was just looking. A couple of videos on screen if you want to check them out. Thumbs up and comment. Let me know what you think about COD. As I throw this tomahawk across the map and kill somebody. Are you ready? There we go. In it comes. Nope. Alright. Peace, boys.